안녕하세요, Yasmin입니다. Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Egypt. I've always admired Korean culture and history, especially the strength and courage of the Korean people in their fight for independence. Today, I'm sharing the making of my artwork, A Nation Remembers. This piece is my tribute to Korea's fight for freedom and the memories of those who lived through that time. I started with the idea of combining past and present in a single scene. At the center, I sketched an elderly man sitting in a quiet, reflective moment at a traditional low table. To me, he represents those who lived the fight for independence and still carry those memories in their hearts. Above him, almost like a memory or a dream, I illustrated three Koreans in traditional hanbok, proudly holding the taegukgi, the Korean flag, as they marched forward towards independence. Around them, broken chains symbolized the end of oppression and the strength that led to liberation. Once I had the composition, I focused on clean line art, paying special attention to the details and the composition. After drawing the elderly man in circles and lines, I heavily traced his outline so that I can remove everything with the rubber and then retrace those heavy lines with my pencil. With his fading gray hair, calm eyes and soft smile, he watches the TV as the current generations are celebrating the 80th anniversary of Korean liberation, Gwangbokjul. As he watches the afternoon program celebrating and showing images representing his own nation, the elder remembers that he, too, was once a soldier who fought for his land and a hot-blooded youth who once dreamed of his current freedom. This idea was actually inspired from watching my father as he reminisced at the liberation anniversary of our own country. Sketching the three protesting Koreans took a lot of thought from me. A young man, a soldier, and a lady. By those three, I wanted to relay that no matter their status, gender, or age, Koreans stood courageously against the Japanese occupation for their freedom. It also shows that freedom is never free and that we must never forget those who made it possible. I also paid special attention to details like the modern room, the traditional hanbok, the Korean flag, and the expressions of determination on the protesters' faces. Scanning the sketch and moving it into a digital painting app, we'll now advance to the coloring stage. Rather than using the usual black for outlining, I traced the lines from the original sketch using the colors I'll be filling the shapes with. On the wall, the taegukgi is hanging high. There are also words like hope, freedom, and people written in both Hangul and English, because I wanted to show that these values are universal and timeless. I chose soft blue and white tones for the present-day scene to give it a peaceful feeling. For the memory above, I used deep reds and blacks to represent struggle, sacrifice, and bloodshed. I also added broken chains, symbolizing the end of oppression. Oh, by the way, those chains are just placeholders. I'm going to change them into something else soon. Stepping onto the Japanese flag and those broken metallic colors are a bonus. The difference between the quiet reflection of the old man and the passionate memories above him shows how history still lives within those who experience it and continues to shape the identity of a nation. To finish, I added highlights and shadows to bring depth, making the memory scene feel powerful and emotional while keeping the lower scene calm and reflective. Changing the chains, I threw around them broken chains that symbolize freedom and oppression and end of the colonial rule, while hope is represented by the blue sky and the lights falling through their steps. Thank you so much for listening to my story and for watching the making of A Nation Remembers. 감사합니다.